Divine. Okay. So everybody, don't forget, I've already seen, I love it, because some of your words for today were elevate or elevated. Our word for 2024, and I'd like to invite and encourage you to use this word as much as possible in as much of the dialogue that you use, whether it's with clients, with your staff, with your children, with your family and your partners. Let's all embrace the word elevate, because it really can apply to any part of your life. Okay. So there is a gift. There's a 50% gift for those of you who stay to the end, and that's why I want to try and rush through this so that you all do stay on to the end and see what's in store for you at the end of today's presentation. So I've got one tiny request before I continue. If I can, I'm going to stop sharing, and I'd like to ask you all to please do me the favor of putting your cameras on. I normally do this at the end, but I'd like to do it now, whilst hopefully you're not so shy. Cameras on, get it. Hi, Tracy. See, so cool to see you. Okay, cameras on, and I want to take a picture of all of us. Anna's fixing her hair. Your hair looks beautiful. There's no need to fix it. Hello, Francisco. So nice to see you. Danae, hello, darling. There's Jaco and Marisa looking gorgeous. Okay, so everybody, I am about to take the picture, so smile beautifully. Come on, big smile, Fran. Gorgeous. Okay, done. Thank you all. That was super cool. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Let's go back to our presentation. Radio. All good, everybody? Hope you can see it, right? Has the next slide come on, everyone? It says no distractions. Can you see it? Just give me a thumbs up. Perfect. Thanks, Anna. Okay, so video does not work on this PC. Okay, I don't need video, but can you see my camera, DeAndre? I mean, can you see my slide or not? You should be able to see my slide, or are you only listening to me? Oh, brilliant. Okay, as long as you can see my slides, that's great. Okay, everyone. So before we move on, I really, really do need to ask you all to please take those things called phones, put them in a sleeping bag, put them to one side, put them on silent. All I ask for is 30 minutes. That's how long I'm going to take, of absolute focus with no distractions. And then you can attend back to it, because what I have to share with you today has the ability to change your businesses, but I do need that focus. So do I have a deal? So let me see a couple of words, deal, in the chat box, and then I'll move on. Do I have a deal that I can have 30 minutes of no distraction time? Oh, I love it. Okay, you are all on the ball today. All right, good stuff. Next, I have some questions for you all. And please, everyone, this is our safe space, right? So I want you to feel absolutely free to answer these questions in the chat box and freely answer them. So number one, are you having challenges getting your business to the next level? That's the first question. So if anybody is, just say yes, right? So you want to go from good to great, or you want to go from great to freaking amazing, or you want to go from amazing to absolutely unstoppable. Are you having any challenges or roadblocks getting your business to that particular level you want to go to? Okay, two, are you experiencing any staffing issues whatsoever? Meaning morale, poor work ethic, no passion. Your staff aren't really sure how to turn one booking into a lifetime client, or they're not sure how to run their column like a business. Okay, you're seeing lots of yeses there. Okay, number three, are you having any social media and digital marketing challenges? That can mean anything from you don't have enough time, you don't really know how to do it, whatever you're doing is not working for your business, you're not getting the clients from it, blah, 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 fish paste, right? Okay, lots of yeses there. Kim even says, yes, such a mission. I'm with you, Kim, such a mission. And if you're not a social media maestro, or that's not your passion, well, it's difficult, right? Next, and I've just got 4 questions today. Are you running your business properly? And what I mean by this is, with all the systems in place, all your SOPs, your manual is nicely updated, you are getting proper financials, or you are producing financials, you know, at one little question. So if I have to ask you, what is your cost of goods right now? You would be able to say to me, it's 8.6% on professional and it is 55% on retail. Would you be able to give me that information like that at a push of a button? Okay, lots of no's there. Okay. Not out of my head. Okay, so we want to change all of that. 50% Liz says. Okay, all right, sounds good. Okay, who feels like they are living in the before headspace? Can you see that before headspace? What's taking up the majority of your brain is money to live, money to live, money to live. That is what is controlling you, and that is what is governing your life. Okay? Because quite interesting, and again, everybody, you are a safe space. So you can say, yes, Flip, I am in the before headspace, or are you in the after headspace? So our goal today, my goal today, and my goal by holding your hand through the program that I have to present you with is to take you from a space of that before headspace and put you into the after headspace, where you're not, money to live is not your main concern. Your main concern is your long-term goals, enjoyment, innovating, self-improvement, helping your community, meeting people. And then the money just flows when you take your brain and you put it in that after headspace. Okay, who would love to live and feel like they are in that after headspace? Let me see a couple of yeses if you would love to be in the after headspace. Okay, nice. Right, good. All right, so first piece of coaching for you today is stop thinking and start doing. We have to stop thinking to ourselves, okay, I need to do this and I must do this and I need to try and do this. And we actually need to get doing. All right? First commitment that we have to make. Second commitment, which you will have accomplished because you're on this call today. And some of you are already members in our program. In fact, 2 of you signed up just before this presentation. Others of you are already members, and I'm hoping that at the end of today, we get ourselves another 20 of you on our program. Surround yourself with winners. And why? Because they will force you to raise your game. And being a part of this community is forcing yourself to be surrounded by winners, because everybody that is undergoing this program and is part of our membership are going to force you to raise your game. Why am I the best coach to help you through this? Well, it would be nice if some of you would go into the chat box and perhaps write why I'm the best coach, because I've coached some of you already. But I do have an awesome story to tell. She couldn't log on to today, or maybe she is on. Janelle, are you on? But Janelle is one of the probably 50 success stories I have to share. And I happened to see her last week. And on the weekend, she flew in from South America to meet me in the UK at the Professional Beauty Spa Convention there. And once again, Janelle said to me, I will never, ever be able to run my business without you. And I loved that. So I said to Janelle, come on, you know what you're doing. She says, no, I'm never letting you go. So Janelle's story is great. She is seeing a 30% year-on-year increase. Her salon is basically fully booked months in advance. And in fact, our latest discussion that we had is that next year we are going to open up a spa for her, keep her salon and her nail bar and her school. She's even opened up a beauty school. I mean, can you believe the success story of this client? Okay. Thank you, everybody, for those beautiful words that you are putting in the chat box. I love it. Okay. So here we go, everybody. I'm going to take you through. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time on these slides and a little bit less time on the content slides, but I want to show you what the content is that you are going to be exposed to and work through in our program. So module 1, we start with you with the foundation of the business. This is probably the part that some of you hate and dislike the most, and others of you love it because this is where you find yourself, and this is where you go, oh my word, it's like a voyage of discovery. But I've always had the belief that you cannot build a house or a building or a skyscraper without a strong foundation. Do you all agree with me? I'm assuming so, right? Now, how do you build a business when that foundation of the business is not strong and solid enough? Most of you probably think or might say to yourself, I'm strong and solid enough. Otherwise, I wouldn't have owned my business. But I want you to dig deep and think about something. All those questions I asked you earlier on, and the yeses that you answered and the no's that you answered, could perhaps those yeses and no's come from a place of you, the foundation, not being solid enough? Right? Something to think about. So we take you through a whole lot here. We do a self-assessment. We look at your management style. Super important in today's day and age, because the way that we manage our staff has to be different to how it was 5 years ago, or you're not going to keep them. You do a job description canvas. You're going to do self-assessment tests till they're coming out of your ears. We've got DISC, Enneagram, the Big 5 test, and a Myers-Briggs test. We're going to look at what culture is, or what culture are you nurturing in your business, and what culture you have to nurture. Because remember, cultures come naturally to us. It's aligned with our personalities. And the trick to a successful, solid foundation is the owner and manager adapting that culture to suit your team and not to suit your personality. Very, very different playing field that we are on these days, right? We take you through strategic versus operational thinking, because some of you are operational thinkers and some of you are strategic thinkers. You need to find the balance of both. We look at managing change. This is so hard for some people today because they are, for example, if you've been in the industry for over 10 years or 20 years, people are saying to me all the time, oh my word, things are so different now. And it's true. And some of us battle with that mind shift change of how do I change the way that I was, and it was super successful, to the way that I need to be to run the modern businesses of today. Okay. Then 10 critical attributes to a guaranteed successful management career. We go through that. You do a personal SWOT analysis on yourself. So it's not a SWOT on your business. We look at the last 2 are super. In fact, I'm going to show you the slides in a bit more detail. But quick answer on the chat box here. How many of you feel like you run out of time every day? How many of you feel I do not have enough hours in my day? Okay, look at all those yeses. Right. So that time management chapter and the shift you have to make is so vitally important. Okay, so I'm going to show you quickly some of the content that you're going to have a look at when you embark on your program, right? So we really are going, what this module is going to do is make you self-reflect. so that you know what you need to become to get what you want. Okay. So when you enroll, there is a super important questionnaire. Yaku, I know that you said that you're going to do it. Super happy with that. But please, everybody, this questionnaire is vital. It comes straight to my inbox, and it really does give me some, oh, well done, Yaku, well done. It gives me some insight into your business. And also remember that part of you signing up is a personal one-on-one with me, and I need this to be able to have that one-on-one session with you. Okay, so there's a massive, so that's your first questionnaire. Then you've got a self-assessment questionnaire. It's about, I think, maybe 20 or 30 questions. Please, everybody, answer in expanded answers, not just yes, no, okay, maybe. Okay. You're going to do a job description canvas. I love this, okay? This is normally you ask or you do this for your business, right? Or your staff. Now you're going to do it for yourself, okay? Here's Michelle's one. Absolutely loved it. If any of you need any examples on how to do this, I'm very happy to share these with you, but I just wanted to show you some of the submitted work already. A brilliant activity, which everybody should be doing once a year, again, it's all in your content, is how to marry, it's do you know what your employees want? Everybody says, yes, I know what they want. When they do this exercise, they go, oh my gosh, actually, I don't know what they want. So this helps you align. You do the survey, you compare the results, and you see how aligned are you and how well do you think you know what your team wants. This is your personal SWOT analysis. So it's got nothing to do with your business. It's got to do with you as the leader or your spa manager. In fact, you and your spa manager should be doing this. Okay. These are some of the tests you're going to do. So there's Enneagram. Then we're going to take this. Remember, I said to you all the time management one. So this is the very important one. We show you the 4 quadrants of managing your time. Okay, here they are. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, 3, and 4. The most interesting thing is that most of us live in quadrant 3 and 4, which is distracted and irrelevant quadrants. This exercise and chapter takes you out of there. What happens is you land up going into the immediate quadrant, and we eventually want to get you into the exceptional quadrant when it comes to time management. Okay, a little task where you analyze your day hour by hour. Has anybody ever done this, by the way? Quickly in the chat box. Has anybody ever written down hour by hour, just for 3 days? There's so much power in this exercise, everyone, because we always say we run out of time. So I challenge you all to do this. And I don't even need to look at it. This is your assessment. Everybody who's done this turns around and says to me, oh my God, Marisa, like 4 hours of my day was nonsense. It was rubbish. Or I spent far too long on this little nitpicking issue when I could have or I should have been doing something else. Brilliant exercise to do. Okay. So, by the way, I've taken you through some of the content. Okay. There's a lot more. If I have to take you through everything, we're going to be here till tomorrow. Next one is our staff module. Most important. In the program, we really allow you to play around, right? And go from module to module. I do want to encourage you all to try your best, and I know that's a forbidden word, but to do module 1 and module 2, first and second, and then go and play around in the modules. The reason for that is you're going to fix and strengthen the foundation first. Second, without a team, you have no business, everybody. You're going to strengthen your staff and then play around. Go to marketing, go to wherever you need to go to. Okay, but I've sort of laid it out in order of importance. Okay, so what do we go through in our staff module? 7 steps to a dynamic team. How to run a successful staff huddle. Staff meetings everyone wants to attend. How do you set targets for your team? Do you thumbsuck, or is there a thought process? And we actually have got a template for you to be able to calculate targets. Your opening and closing checklist for your therapists. Personality profiling each staff member. And then very importantly, don't just do it, is look at the business holistically and say, oh my hat, I've got far too many people who want to be in charge, or I have far too many analytical people in my business, because the right business has a good balance of the 4 main personality or communication styles within the structure. Then we go on to Praise Sandwich, my favorite ever tool, ever. The 4 square questioning technique, how to delegate properly. Okay, next question that I'd like you all to answer. How many of you prefer to do a lot of the important tasks yourself because you don't feel confident enough to delegate it to your team? How many of you feel that way? And you feel, oh, I'll get it done quicker if I can do it myself. Or, oh, it will be more accurate. I should see a lot of guilties here. Lots and lots and lots. Right. So we teach you how to delegate properly, because there actually is an art to delegation that once you learn it, it gives you freedom, by the way. Managing conflict and complaints within your team. The importance of planning your daily revenue. This, for me, is the most important tool. In fact, when we take over consulting or managing of any business, this is the first thing we put in place, is each therapist gets taught how to use her column and turn it into a business. So how do I take my bookings and how do I manage my time? How do I maximize the client's visit, and so on and so on. Therapist 5-point growth plan, the value of your hour. Oh my word. Has anybody done the value of your hour exercise? Just say yes or no. Such a powerful, yeah, of course you've done it, Francisco. Fran, do you agree that it's a powerful, powerful exercise? Yaku says yes, of course you've done it. Okay, very powerful. Now here comes another question. How many of you have done the value of your hour exercise with your team? Let's hear. How many of you have done it with your team? Good. Okay. And then we've got a mind shift 101, which is super important, because we have to learn as leaders how to take our staff's mindset and change it. It is something that we have to be able to do. Okay, so again, I'm going to fly through some of the content you'll see. 7 steps to the dynamic team, a task, what creates a positive attitude in the workplace, an agenda for a staff huddle. Your task here would be to actually physically record one and watch it back, the best lesson and the best learning tool you can ever do for yourself. Record your staff huddles and watch it back. And I promise you, you're going to change how you do them in 2 seconds. A staff meeting. Anybody ever recorded their staff meeting and try watch it back? Wow, okay. I've had a lot of people say, I couldn't watch it. It was too long. It was too boring. Again, very powerful tool. Record your staff meetings and see, am I interested in listening? Have I shared valuable information at the meeting? Or have I made it just a meeting of blurbing information out? Okay. The importance of goal setting for your team members. Put it in writing. Okay. Measure the successes and the shortfalls. Adjust and reward. Committing to goals for you and your staff. Setting therapist targets. Here's the little spreadsheet we give you. A list of training courses and trainings that you and your team members have attended over the past 6 months. Your calculator on how to set your therapist targets, dependent on the retail percentage that you're aiming for in your business. So this fluctuates. If you want to aim for a 10% retail target, it helps you adjust your targets. Opening and closing checklists. Here we give you a template with lots of detail on it, and you will adapt it to your own business. Take out what's not applicable and add in what you want added in. Personality profiling, my absolute favorite. How do you choose to communicate? Adjust your natural style and balance the team. And this is what this exercise teaches you to do. So again, I'm not spending time on this, but we do a disc analysis on everybody. And can you see, I just want to take you one back here, the client's entrance. So this is teaching you how to identify your client's disc, not by making them fill in the form, but by all these little pointers that we teach you. In the treatment room, okay, the clients in the treatment room, and how to sell to those particular clients. Here's the very simple test, but you obviously won't give this to your clients. This is for your team. And you're going to do your disc profiling on each of your team members. And then you are going to do a summary and see, where are my gaps? Do I have too many leaders? Do I have too many analytics in my business? And that will show you where your gaps are to bring a nice, good balance. The praise sandwich, if ever you do anything in your business, for me, it's do praise sandwiches. So when we teach you that when you are going to give a staff member negative, constructive, even when you're going to reprimand them, you never just reprimand. Okay, so to give you a tiny little example, why are you late today? Okay, we don't do it like that. We go, oh my word, you look beautiful today, but how come are you late? Constructive, and then the ending on the positive. You know, Anna, we really rely on you to be here on time. You set the tone for the rest of the team. Please, can you try and make a better effort? Okay, so we just really teach you how to do a praise sandwich. I use it on everybody in my family, and they have figured me out now because my kids say, Mom, are you praise sandwiching me? Anyway, okay, ooh la la, delegation process. Remember how many of you said me, 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 me? Here we take you through the 6 steps to successful delegation. Okay, and your task that you do, the daily planner. Ooh la la, my favorite tool that turns therapists into businesses. Okay, in fact, I've started using this daily planner for more than just therapists, for people sitting at for your team at front desk, for your marketing team. It's just teaching them how do I take my day and make it super productive. Okay, therapist earning calculator, questionnaires that you complete, how to take and shift mindset, okay, going from an old mindset, an old way of thinking, an old-fashioned way of thinking, to how can we make it better and how can we make our mindset for today's more modern world that we live in. And there's more. Okay, I've just shown you some of it. Then our next one, human resources. We actually split this. This is a new module that we've added in, okay? So this is when you hire people, where's the checklist? Do you go through the whole process? What are the interview questions that you ask them? How do you perform a trade test? Are you even doing working interviews with your potential team members? What are the reference checks all about? We even have a sheet there that shows you what questions to ask when you are calling for a reference, okay? Your personality profiling and how important it is. How to submit a therapist treatment matrix. This is a document that Anna has perfected. Thank you so much, Anna. Then different job descriptions. So I've given you a nice big fat template that you can then adapt to when you want to give your therapist a job description. It's done for you. An induction plan, the importance of one-on-one meetings and how they should be run and what questions to ask. Your performance reviews, these are all different, by the way. So one-on-one meetings, performance reviews, and KPIs. And there's another thing I've added to here that's not on here, is personal development planning. They are all different. Some are done monthly, some are done quarterly, some are done twice a year. Okay, and then exit interview. So again, this is just a quick glance at when you are interviewing somebody. Do you have a sheet that you work from and say, yes, tick, 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 tick. Oh gosh, I forgot this. Or oh goodness me, I forgot that. Okay. Your first interview questions, you rate them out of 10. Are you going to call them back for a trade test? Your therapist matrix, this basically outlines what treatments the therapist can do or can't do, and this is very valuable for a reservations or front desk position. Your induction feedback form, okay, very important. So a new staff member would fill this in to let you know how they felt their induction process went. Performance reviews, what happens in performance reviews and what they are used for. And we give you templates on how to run those performance reviews as well. KPIs, good golly, Miss Molly, this is something that you cannot miss in your business. So next question, who's performing religiously monthly KPIs in their business? Who is doing this? Come, chat to me, everyone. Who's doing it? Every single month. Not quarterly, not biannually. Try. Tracy, did you just say try? I'll forgive you today. Okay, Teresa says quarterly. Danae says no. Okay, so again, I just want to tell you, again, learn from people's mistakes. I'm going to own up to a mistake. We worked with a spa group once, and we decided that they were too busy at a certain time, certain period, for us to do the KPIs with their team. So, it's over that very hectic, busy period, year end, right? So we didn't do KPIs October, November, and December. And I want to tell you what happened to the business and what happened to the team. So they started working more, right? Because now it starts getting busier. So they are working hard and tired. Now we are not giving them KPIs. We're not giving them feedback. We're not taking this time to nurture. Retail went like this, down. Morale went like this. And we got a whole lot of resignations at the end of December. Lesson learned. We've never done it again. A month will not go by where we do not do KPIs. So please, everybody. In fact, I think maybe I need to organize a coaching session specifically on this, just to take you all through this, teach you how to do it super quickly and get this implemented in your business. It is critical that you do this monthly. Okay, so this is more or less just showing you a little bit of an example of what a KPI sheet would look like. Exit interviews. Question again, please, everybody. I like to hear back from you, so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. How many of you perform exit interviews with your team when they leave? Or do you just say, okay, fine, bye, be on your way, see you later? So we teach you what questions to ask. Here's a few of them here. What do we do well? Where do we need to improve? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, super important. What was the hardest part of working here? Okay. Did you learn and grow? Were you sufficiently supported? This gives you so much insight into your business. Thank you, Melandi. Melandi says, from a recruiter perspective, more businesses should be doing exit interviews. And I fully agree with her, because this is your measure, everyone. When somebody leaves, you do this, and it tells you outright what you have done wrong and what you are doing well. Next one, operations. Here we teach you the daily business analysis. Again, we do not run or operate any business without this analysis on a daily basis. Manager checklist, front desk checklist, effective use of your brand partners, trainers, and consultants. I feel that a lot of us in the industry don't give enough. So it's not that we don't give it at all. We don't give enough value and time and reliance on our brand partners. And I have felt with the spas that we run and the salons that we've been involved in, when we get involved, and what I mean by involved is we truly partner with our brands, they make our lives easier as operators. Okay, so we're going to teach you how to do that. Effective bookings to optimize revenue. We don't operate in those days anymore, where you just take the booking and say, yes, of course I can help you. No ways. We dictate the booking time. with a specific strategy in mind. And actually, just having come back from this conference in the UK, one of the things that blew my mind, and I've already been playing around with it, and now I'm totally convinced, is dynamic pricing. So I'm going to quickly tell you something about it. It is not pricing based on, okay, weekends are busier, let's put our pricing up. No. Dynamic pricing is pricing based on demand. So, and it fluctuates throughout the day, by the way. It also looks at your therapist utilization and says, okay, if my therapist is 50% booked up, her next booking is going to be 10% more expensive. And I know what all of you are thinking, because I thought it and I'm over it, right? Is all of you are thinking, oh my word, we're going to get so much backlash. How are we ever going to do this? This sounds so complicated, Marisa. So guys, I want to share a very powerful saying with you. And that is, stop looking for all the excuses as to why you can't, and rather hunt for the reasons why you should be doing it. Okay. Mystery guest evaluation. So again, I'm going to quickly show you. This is a very quick glance at your daily business analysis. If any of you are not running your business with checklists, read this book and you will change your mind instantly like this on the value of checklists. Supplier best practices. So this really is a little wheel that teaches or shows you how to get the most out of your brand partners, how to run effective bookings, not just, yes, I'll take your booking anytime you want, no problem. Mystery guests. There is a way that a mystery guest should be done, not just, oh, hi, Marisa, please come and have a facial. No. We outline it step by step. We give you the forms that people need to fill in. And here's a whole little pathway on how your mystery guest evaluation should be done. The actual sheet that they fill in and submit back to you after the mystery guest evaluation is done. And by the way, this sheet is shared with the entire team in your business. Marketing and sales module 5. I'm going to take you quickly through this. It's your brand, how to identify what your brand is, what people see as one thing and what people think is another. And we take you through how to control both. Logos, we go through massive logos. What do you think about them when you see them? It's just a little exercise that we take you through to understand the brand identity model. We look at your customer avatar. If you haven't done it already, you do it. If you have done it, you do it again. Your brand avatar. We just take you through some very clever little marketing, like this is for lashes. This is for Kit Kats. This is my favorite one, the Cellulite Be Gone couch. Love it. Okay, so it's little guerrilla marketing campaigns, how to run brainstorm sessions and the value of the brainstorm sessions with your team. If any of you are running your marketing without getting your team involved, that needs to change. Cheat sheets for your front desk. And a cheat sheet is, does anybody know what a cheat sheet is? I'm going to tell you. A cheat sheet is, what are my 10 most profitable treatments? And those are the one that front desk knows to book first, because they're the most profitable treatments in the business. So that's really a cheat sheet, and how to sell them and how to convince a client to purchase those particular treatments. Okay. A creative, we take you through the space, your space, and how to make it more creative and the flow. SOP bundles, a space map. Ideas that you've had. This is all in marketing and sales, right? So we try to get you to tap into what ideas you did in the past and expand on those to implement in the future. Implementing a loyalty program. Anybody on this call that is running a loyalty program at the moment? Sorry, a successful loyalty program. Can I hear yeses or no's? I attended a course on loyalty programs. And by the way, They are as powerful as a very good social media and digital marketing campaign in your business. So if you're not doing it, it's how do you do it easily without it being so complicated? Your marketing calendars, what do they look like? Are your hashtags outlined? Do you have the right copy and the right text in place? Do you have topics per day or themes that run through the month? All those kind of things. And then your evaluation on your marketing efforts or endeavors that were done in the previous month. There is zero use in running a marketing campaign if you don't evaluate it at the end of the month. Then you have wasted your time completely. Okay, then social media is the next one. Really, social media, we take you through a psychology questionnaire about social media. What is your why in your business? So you've got to get clarity of, okay, what do I want? And what is my why? Why do I need to do social media? And what is the exact outcome that I want out of it? Okay. Then it's choosing a platform, because you really can't live everywhere. You need to say, right, my target market, and that's why we do the customer avatar first. You figure out who they are, and then you see where they live. And then you start, we're not saying you mustn't do Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, for example, but you need to see where do you start and which one do you put the most energy into first, and then you can start going across the platforms, right? The importance of photography in your business. I want to say something very quickly here to this. You do not have to go and hire a super expensive photographer to go and take photos in your business. Yes, it's wonderful to do that. And for those of you who have got the budgets, do it. But for those who don't, the reality is that the customer of today wants to see the real deal. They want to see the reality of your business, not the, oh, what does it look like when it's perfectly set up? They want to see, what does it look like every day, as if I had to arrive there, show me what the place looks like. So you can do this yourself, but it's what we talk about in this sheet is, are you taking willy-nilly photos, or are you looking at your frame? Are you looking at the lighting? Little things that can improve the photography that you do yourself, because not everybody has those budgets to work with wonderful photographers, even though we do love them because they make our job easier, right? Then the video challenge. Video has become a massive part in today's offering. Your aesthetic grid. What does your grid look like? Okay, is it a fruit salad? Or does it tell a story? And do people look at it and go, wow, this is amazing? What hashtags? Are you using 542 hashtags? Or are you using hashtags that improve your SEO? Okay, and that are trending in the specific post that you have created. Okay, establishing the needs, your social media and your digital marketing needs in your business. Facebook adverts, we take you through a little exercise where you run an advert to see if it will work. Then we tell you, make you test out different things, a poll post, a question post, an emoji slider post, and then we get you to go live as well. Influencer campaigns, super powerful today, but you can get wangled into expensive nonsense if you don't do it properly. Gift vouchers as well, very big revenue stream, but if you don't do it properly, it won't become a revenue stream. It will just become an extra added item that you sell. Okay. Revenue management, it's a tough one, so I've left it quite to the end at module 7. And really what this one is about, we first do a financial intelligence quiz with you, okay? So this is really just to see how in tune to the finances in your business are you? We take you through a profit and loss statement so that you can understand what is gross profit and what is net profit, and that you can get yourself a template of a P&L that is adapted to our industry, not that is adapted to the grocery store down the road or to a sports supply shop. Okay. And this is sort of what it looks like. They are continuously getting updated as well, which is super nice. A profit and loss exercise we take you through. This is awesome. So we look at industry standards as well. So for example, your services cost of goods, where should it be? How much should you be spending on advertising? What should your payroll burden be on your business as a percentage? Okay. Calculating the service cost, looking at the profitability of all of your treatments. And when you run promotions, do you actually understand the profit burden that that promotion will have on your business? A price comparison exercise, again, when you do price increases, do you just do them, or do you get competitor pricing and do a proper analysis? So we teach you how to do that properly, setting financial goals for your business, and then tracking your expenses so that you don't run into cash flow crunches. So I did see somebody earlier on say that they battle with their cash flow. This is something that affects almost every single business. And this is quite an easy exercise or an easy sheet to implement into your business that allows you to stay on top of your cash flow. Okay, the daily cash up, why it's so important that you do it, tracking your monthly expenses. And then last but not least is module 8 is the standard operating procedures. As those of you who do know me know that I'm becoming more and more pedantic about SOPs, the younger I get, not the older I get. And how SOPs are the artery of your business. They just keep it going, right? And the more SOPs you can have, the less loose everybody is in the business. Because if you've got a document to refer to, well, then that is what item or what document that person will go to before they even ask you, oh, I don't know how to do that. Okay. We teach you a little plan on how to develop your SOPs and what train they should run through when they get done. And then a little SOP tracking sheet as well that sort of tells you who's going to write the SOP, who's going to check it, who is going to train it. Okay. Hi, Jane. It's okay. You will have access to the recording. So if you want to hear it a bit later, you are welcome to hear it. Nice to have you here. Okay, everybody. So quickly, before I talk about what's next, how do you feel about what I've just shown you? Use a couple of words or a sentence or anything. Go into the chat box. Again, give me some feedback so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. How do you feel about everything that I've shown you? Lucia. Yaku, very excited. Yeah, Yaku, I knew. That's why. Good. Kella, nice. Oh, thank you, Teresa. So this has been a 20-year journey with so many amazing people supporting and guiding and contributing this. Anna, who's online with us now, has been a massive contributor to this. Francisco, who's online now, has been a massive contributor to this. So yeah, thank you to both of you. And in fact, there's others of you who online. Laura is not online at the moment, but she has helped with streamlining the profit and loss document. And that's the best part of this, is when people look at the documents and people look at these sheets and these templates, they go, hey, I know a better way. Francisco has just recently shared the most incredible tool with me on therapist utilization that I'm not going to share quite just yet because we're working with him to tweak it. But that is the value and the power of this community and this club that we belong to. Okay, so next, really, I'm going to tell you this again, is stop overthinking things and hurry up and start doing, okay? Join our global learning community. And I want to show you the value of what you get in this community, right? You get an exclusive group where like-minded professionals interact, share best practices and experience, and get advice and tips. There are 2 coaching sessions per month that are either held by industry leaders or myself. In fact, next week, if any of you have not signed up for Brian Parsley's session, please do it today. So Brian Parsley is one of our affiliate coaches. He is in the US. He's actually a global business coach. And he, like me, except he does it in all businesses, takes businesses from doing 50,000 US dollars to doing $500,000 US dollars. So, and his knowledge and he just says it as it is. Anyway, if any of you have heard Brian before, I ask him to please give me an hour of his time once a year. That's about all I can get out of him. But you can't miss Brian's session. So please make sure that you sign up for next week's session. The most important thing for me, value that you're getting, is 25 years on hands-on running of spa businesses coach. So there are lots of business coaches out there, but none of them, none, not one, by the way, actually works in our industry every single day. They don't. They teach you the theory of running the business. I teach you the reality of it. I give you real-time experiences because I'm in there and I'm experiencing them with you at the same time and finding those solutions. Full access to the management course content. So that in itself is valued at $2,400 US dollars. Guaranteed systems that are tried and tested. Hundreds of templates. So the templates on their own, by the way, are valued at $4,000 US dollars. Just all the templates that you have access to. Your one-on-one online session with me, that is $1,000 in value. Any additional tools that we launch. So for example, we have started doing monthly marketing calendars because every single one of my clients say, I don't have time to do my marketing calendar. I don't have time to write the captions. I don't know what hashtags to use. So we spend probably about 20 hours a month putting these together. And as a member, you get 50% discount. It is really, I think they are $30, so it is really nothing. Okay, you get 50% off that, your weekly newsletter. And then once a month, I gift you a free completed SOP, which is pretty cool as well. Okay, so what you're getting, I just want you to understand the value. It's $7,600 of value. That is 142,000 rands worth of value. So we've got a few of you have been begging me for this. So it's launched today and it's valid until next week, Friday. So you're going to pay $500 for 5 months. That's 9,500 rand for a 12 months. So you get a free 6 months worth of your subscription or your membership with us. Okay. So currently you're either paying $99 a month, which works out to 19,000 rand, or 22,000 rand, or it is normally, this membership is normally $1,000 a year. Okay. So email me for your link. Okay. 2 of you have already signed up. I did have another person ask me for the link as well. And you can either WhatsApp me, a lot of you have my number, or you can email me, marisa@wellnessprofessionalsclub.com. I'll send you a special link and you can join us and take your business to where it should be, right? With this community of strong leaders that are going to force you to up your game. Okay. And my lovely saying, early bird catches the worm. So please, everybody, I think my most important message is stop overthinking things. We've got to get down to getting things done, making that commitment, and holding yourself accountable to developing and growing your business. Okay. And that's me, everybody. So can I get a couple of words of, I don't know, whatever, just to say goodbye. It was amazing to have you all here. Thank you for joining. And I hope that you are all feeling completely inspired and motivated and thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, I can do this. I do want to take my business to this place. Okay. Pleasure, Melissa. Nice to have you with us. Yes, Tracy, here's to an elevated 2024. I love it. Jane, the payment is a once-off because it is a 500 and it's loaded credit card payment gets made once off. If you don't want to do that, you can load for monthly payments. Some people opt to pay monthly. That's $99 a month. It makes it easier on their cash flow. No problem. You can do that. Message me and I'll send you the link for that as well. Okay. Nice. Okay. Super motivated. Great. Oh, Teresa, you're always here at the end of the screen. It's brilliant. I love it. Always wanting to learn more. Yes, Yaku, we're starting. So it's good. You're starting strong. Nice, Joyce. I'm glad you're inspired. It's all cool, Nicola. Don't stress. A pleasure, Melandi, and great, Alanda. Super. Okay, everybody. So if you haven't signed up, just with the last important point, if you haven't registered for Brian's session next week, we sent out one link to register for both sessions. If you need it again, you can just even go onto our social media sites. On tomorrow's newsletter that is coming out tomorrow will be Brian's link again. So look out for that and then just click on there. You cannot miss Brian's session. Okay. All right, everybody, have the best afternoon. Love you all lots. And I look forward to this journey, taking all of our businesses to brilliant heights this year. Okay. Ciao. Cheers, everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye, Anna. See you.